Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the garden. How are you? All right, it's another gorgeous day. It's like about 6 in the afternoon, and I decided it's the perfect time to take a walk through the garden as the plants are waking up, right? We're starting to hit flowers. Look at this beauty. Isn't she gorgeous? Let me show you a fully opened flower right here. Oh my word, look at her. I keep forgetting her name, so I'll put her name on the screen for you. But this is the one that we picked up. It's a tropical plant. It grows beautifully in Florida, which is where we got it. And we've been babying this one, taking her in and out of the garage for the last, since what, February? February through March, through the end of winter, just to ensure that we were going to be able to enjoy a little bit of this. And wasn't it just worth every minute of it? Look at her. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous plant. All right, well, I skipped the intro because you see I got distracted with all the cuteness happening right here. Okay, my name's Naomi and I'm a newbie gardener here in zone 7A, formerly 6B, now 7A. And I'm taking you with me through the garden just to take a look at the plants as they wake up, as they start doing the things that they're doing, right? It is April what? April 20th? And this is what my limelight hydrangea is looking like. It's starting to grow up and fill out beautifully. Okay. Or fire chief arborvitaes are doing what the fire chief arborvitaes do, right? They just stand there and look good. So we cannot complain about that. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. All right, let me take you over to the rose walk because what I'd like to do today is to just take a look at the roses and to see how they've done. It's now 4 weeks after we've pruned them down for the winter. Well, we pruned them after the winter. So we'd like to take a look and see what they are doing, what they're going on with, right? All right, I walked straight into Desdemona. Okay. All budded up and beautiful. Look at this. I've got bugs coming, you know. Look, I've got bugs coming to take over the garden. All right, but all right. It's good that I'm showing you now before the leaves get too damaged. Because again, I am trying that non-spray approach. Beautiful, that's Desdemona. And now coming down here, you know, Munstead Wood sits right by Desdemona. And now it looks like we've got an issue with Munstead Wood. Let me bring you on here close for just a second. Okay, I have you looking at this particular stem of Munstead Wood. This stem, take a close look at it. All right, that growth does not look normal, right? No, it doesn't look normal to me. It has been red for a while, and I've been watching and hoping that Munstead Wood would green up, but the leaves have retained that red color. There's some green right there on that one, but the rest of them are red. If you look closely at his stems, you're going to see that his stems are extremely thorny. Okay. See how see how many thorns on that stem? And so that's kind of making me a little bit worried, and I'm hoping that I'm not looking at rose rosette disease yet again. All right. The last time I made a quick call on the rose, one of our knockout roses, I thought presented with what I believed was rose rosette, and so I immediately removed that knockout. All right. And that knockout, to put it down, so it's actually on the other side of the garden, nowhere near Munstead Wood. And so I'm hoping that this is not rose rosette, that this is not rose rosette. Hopefully one of my rosarians who, hopefully you are watching this video right now and you can give me some feedback on it. What do you think? Now I will say that my neighbor sprayed, what's that thing that they spray to kill stuff in the grass? I think it's Roundup or whatever pesticide weed killer that they sprayed. And I did notice the effect of it on all of my roses that border where that borders the property, which is basically all the roses on the rose walk, right? But none of them have displayed this intense what's this intense redness and thorniness and rose rosette sort of a look. Okay, so I'm putting out the question here. If you believe, or if does anyone think or know if this looks healthy, or does this look like rose rosette. Let me know if you think that it is, and we'll go ahead and make that very hard, difficult, but necessary a move to remove Munstead wood from this spot. Alright, I'm hoping that it's not. The rest of him, so that was one half of him. This is the other half. It's looking good. And this is Munstead wood on the other side of that bed. Looking healthy, right? This is his healthy growth right here. Look at the thorns. That's his normal thorns. He's normally very thorny. But compare it to the thorns on this branch. They're almost, I'm sure, they're almost like plastic-like, and just millions and millions and millions of them. Okay? But okay. So question out there. I will appreciate your responses, but let's pull away from Munstead wood, right? Fingers crossed that it is nothing. If it is, then we will take care of it. And let's move on to take a look at the rest of the garden. All right. Moving on to happier, brighter things. Now, my roses are a little slow to start this year. My more established roses. This is Olivia Rose Austin. Okay. Very shy on the growth this year. I've had no basil breaks yet, which is quite interesting. Last year, this time, I would have had basil breaks and she would have had filled out. But we are not there yet for Olivia, nor are we there for, let me take you down, Vanessa Bell. Right? She is budded up. They did push out growth on the existing stems. But like I said, no basil breaks and nice growth to fill in the body of the plant. Maybe they just didn't like the way I pruned them this year. I do not know. All right. And finally on the walk, this is Princess Anne. Okay. Got a few buds to speak of. I wish I could show you an example of the damage that we noticed from the spraying. All right, but that is Princess Anne. All right, let's turn around and take a look at our newer roses on the rose walk. I'm walking back up so that I can take you back down the walk, right? Ooh, the things I do for love. All right, starting on this side of the rose walk, were newly planted roses. All of the roses that you're about to look at were planted bare root last season. So this is now going to be their first full year in the garden. All right, first one starting to walk is the Poet's Wife. I'll give you a second just to gaze at her. Look at how full and gorgeous she is. Loaded with buds. Right, and I can see the bug damage on the bottom leaves. Can you see them? I know. All right. These are our Bobo hydrangeas. Right here is another planting of the Poet's Wife. Now this one, believe it or not, this was a runt of the litter last year. And now look at her. She's bigger than the first one I just showed you. Right? Looking really good. Serendipity alliums with another Bobo. And now the joy of the rose walk that I am so looking forward to. This tangled mess of this looking messy, but this is Gertrude Jekyll. This is Gertrude Jekyll that we trained together on this obelisk. She has leafed out beautifully. And look at this. On every stem, she had those lateral breaks. Look at that. And look at the tip of them. Buds, people. Buds, 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 and more buds. Now this is exciting for me because guess what? Last year she did not flower for us, right? She did nothing but grow. Let me tell you, all the height that you're seeing now, she accomplished most of this last year. So we trained her and said, okay, let's let her climb. And look at this. This little lady really did want to climb, and she is going to reward us for our efforts. Taking you up so you can see some more buds. She is going to be covered. So this is an exciting thing. This is a beautiful, I am loving this. All right. Another exciting thing. I don't know if you remember last year, I've got some blankets on the ground, so do forgive me. It's going to dip tonight to, I think it's going to be 38. So I want to make sure that I cover this little lady right here. Yep. This is our Endless Summer Hydrangea that did not, like last night, like Gertrude did, she did not have any blooms. Well, maybe one last year, but now look. She's covered this year. All right, doing good so far. No bug damage so far. A little bit of burn on that leaf right there. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on watering. But we will have flowers on our hydrangea. Loving it. Okay, beside Gertrude Jekyll, this is Lady. No, it's not Lady Emma Hamilton. It is Emily Bronte. This is Emily Bronte. We did the same with Emily. So all of the growth hair up top, this is what she did last year. She did flower. I did get 2 blooms, newly planted bare root last year. She put on all the growth. So this year we decided to tie her in. So instead of pruning her back, we tied her in to see if she would respond with the cane breaks, the lateral shoots, and she did. Right, look at them. And on every shoot, I kid you not, there is a bud. So we will have beautiful blooms, hopefully, from this little lady this year. And awesome thing that she's doing, come on down. She's actually pushed up a lot of growth, lots of basil growth. Basil breaks, right? Seen all that new growth. Orange tip leaves, gorgeous. So she is going to do well this year. Fingers crossed. All right, moving on down the walk, we've got another planting of the Bobo, looking so healthy. Woo, looking really healthy. Another Endless Summer Hydrangea. Here we are, another Bobo. And then right here, we have got Rhodol. Another teeny little Rhodol that is growing well. All right, he's definitely taller this year. And I'm hoping that we will enjoy a beautiful show from him. Okay. Tucked away is another, look at this. Another Endless Summer Hydrangea, stop it. All right. Okay, and right here, I know I must apologize. I apologize for the message you're about to see. But this is this is Crown Princess Margarita. This little rose, planted here last year, has grown beautifully. Sent out some new lovely shoots for me. Look at this, growing beautifully. She wants to flower. She is going to flower. She is a climbing rose. But I came in to train her like I did to tie her in now this spring earlier, like when I did the tying in for Gertrude. But it was impossible because her canes were not as pliable, not as flexible and as forgiving as Gertrude Jekyll's are. I tried bending and turning them, and I actually broke 1 or 2. You see the snip off there? That's because I broke it. I feel so bad. All right. And she has sent out her canes just everywhere. They're going to the left, they're going to the right, they're going to the back and to the front, and just all over the place. And I have just not been able to tie her in correctly. So she is a mess of a climber right now. And I take full responsibility for that. It's just that, hey, to be quite honest with you, this one was a little bit difficult for me. I had no idea how to really tackle this one. Right, but she is still doing good, and she has buds for us, so we will see her flower this year. All right. Okay, let's see who is in here. This is the back garden, and oh, I am locked out. I cannot get through the gate. Oh no. All right, we're peeking at, you're seeing who you're seeing there. That is actually Elizabeth. Let me walk around. We're going to walk all the way around so that I can show you what's going on in the back. All right. All right, we're working our way around here. Okay, this is the side bed or knockout roses. Are teeny. We pruned them back, and the craziest thing is that I actually lost more canes after the prune. So we came in and cleaned her up. This is what our knockout roses are looking at right now, a fraction of what she would have been, or what she will be hopefully later on in the season. Claire Austin, finally putting on some growth, and she has some flowers. She has, well, not flowers, but she has some buds. Another teeny planting of the Poet's Wife. And that right there, the bare root that you're seeing in the very back, right here. This is another Claire Austin that we added this year. She's just added to the garden a few weeks ago. Alright. Turning us around to another knockout rose. Alright, now since we're on this end, let's walk over to the outside beds and take a look at what the roses are doing there. I do apologize if the footage is wobbly as I'm handheld today. Alright, so panning over. All of our little giant arborvitaes in containers are doing well. They have started to fill out. Right, they're green and beautiful. And believe it or not, they have rooted. They've rooted straight down and through. They're now growing in the ground. They're all in bottomless containers, and I am happy with how they're doing. Planted around the little giants. Those are the, what are those that we transplanted? We divided those. Tell me what their names is again. Oh my goodness. Coreopsis, that's the word. That's the coreopsis. And they are actually growing, people, which is good. We'll have to give them a season or two to fill in. In the meantime, I may try to come in with some other annuals to make it pop, or we might just leave it as it is. All right, beside the, right here, let me pull back. You see a planting of 3. This is Tranquility. Newly planted last year. All of these, most of the roses here on this walk are were just planted last season. Okay. Except for this gentleman right here. This is Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin has been in this spot now for 1, 2, 3. This is going on his 3rd season, and he is covered with buds. I like how he's looking. All right, we need to come in with some neem oil because Charles is very susceptible to black spot. And now behind Charles, I can't believe it, is that beautiful Darcy Bustle that we added last season. That bloomed so beautifully for me. The little lady has black spot this early in the season. I'll show you when I get around there, when I get to the inside. All right, this is Enchanted Peace. This Enchanted Peace was purchased from Heirloom Roses and is doing so well. All right, she grew up from I had cut them back to about 6 inches, to 6 inches from the ground, and look at them. Gorgeous. This rose has the most awesome disease resistance. No issues with black spot any whatsoever last season. And you know what was the most awesome thing? Bunnies did not like her. I'm telling you, bunnies did not trouble Enchanted Peace. So she was able to just grow and do her thing, and I was loving it. All right, beside Enchanted Peace right here, this is Gabriel Oak. Is it Gabriel Oak? Gabriel, yes, this is Gabriel Oak. Leafing up, I'm hoping Gabriel is going to put on some height. Okay. We'll have to wait and see. He is budded up all over. So this rose is definitely going to be a floriferous rose. I'm just not getting the height out of him yet that I would like. All right, let's head on into the back garden. All right, on our way in, you're seeing my shadow. Look at this, is my gentle Hermione. Planted bare root again this season. Listen, this spot looks bad and I do apologize for it. I have not figured out what I want to do in terms of a border for this bed. We had used sheet mulching to plant, all right, and the roses seem fine, they're happy, they're growing. But now I just need to figure out, hey, how do I want to frame this bed in? It is kicking my butt because I just cannot figure it out, right? But I will figure it out. Just give me a little bit of time and I'll get it right. All right, hopefully before the roses bloom. Right here is a planting of Thomas A. Becket. These 2 at the back have leafed out beautifully. The one at the front is just looking at me. Right, a little worried there. This Thomas is very slow to go, but we will give him some time. All right, at least we've got 2 that have started, and I'm loving that. Oh, sorry about the glare. Oh, sorry about that glare. That cannot be comfortable. All right. Okay, right here is, let me see. You see my hand blocking. I'm trying to block that glare. All right, this is Princess Alexandra of Kent. Ready to grow beautifully. All right. And then beside Princess Alexandra, we have Carden Mill. Right here are our Endless Summer Hydrangeas. No, it's not Endless Summer. Oh my goodness. These are our incredible hydrangeas. And we had just done the underplanting with the Vinca annuals. All right, but these are doing okay. The ones in this bed are doing good. They're growing. They're showing me new growth. I have some issues with the one in the other bed, and I'll show you that one here in a minute. And again, there's that awful glare. So sorry. All right, this right here is Comte de Chambord. And Comte de Chambord has an awesome bud. Look at this. Isn't he cute? I love him, and I love how on the leaves. Look at his leaves right here. Do you see how the leaf has that strike of pink running up? I like that. It's very beautiful. Nice characteristics. He is going to have a couple flowers for us this year. So I'll be excited to show you once he flowers. All of the roses that you're seeing now, these are David Austin roses. All right, we have another plant in here of, there's that glare again, Desdemona. Right, these are my baby Desdemonas. And behind Desdemona we have Eden. Eden is an heirloom rose purchase. All right, Eden flowered for us last year. Her first year she did not flower. The last year was her second year, and she gave us 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 6 blooms. This year she has one cane that I was able to train onto the fence. All right. And on this one cane, I kid you not, she is loaded with buds. All right, so we're definitely going to get a few flowers from her this year, which is awesome. I look forward to it. I'm hoping that her flowers are going to be absolutely stunning. All right, and now beside Eden, here is Darcy Bustle. Now, Darcy Bustle has surprised me completely. Darcy Bustle planted bare root last year, was a rock star in the garden, right? Even this spring, she was the first to leaf out and to start doing her thing. But guess what Darcy's doing now, people? Darcy Bustle has a black spot. It is April what? We are at April 20th, and Darcy has black spot. I'm like, Darcy, what is going on here? I expected good things from Darcy this spring. So that just tells me that like I would for Charles Darwin, which is that behind her right there, behind the fence. Like for Darwin, I'm going to have to ensure that I hit Darcy every year early with her neem oil and keep her covered so that we can keep the black spot at bay. And then I'll also have to make sure that she is happy in terms of the soil and nutrients and moisture so that she is stronger to resist all of that stuff that's going to be coming at her, right? Because I love her flower. She was beautiful last year. All right, we've got another plant in here of the incredible hydrangeas. All right, and right beside this bed is our poet's wife. Nope, is our double delight. I'm so sorry, our double delights. Double delight died back all the way to the ground, right? But she has come back. This is the second year that she's done that, and so I just have to. I now have it in my mind that every year she will go back to ground, but she will come back up for us. Okay. Always good to see her though. And this beautiful rose right here, this is Astacia Vi, and Astacia looks like she is going to be maybe the first rose to flower in her garden this year. Because look at that, she's got a bud almost ready to open. Isn't that beautiful? All right. She is full, very dense, so I need to keep a close eye on her and ensure that she stays healthy. But she's definitely my best performing rose right now this spring. If it were a medal, she would have it. All right. This is, who is this? Who is this? I don't know who this is. Julia. Nope. Yes, this is Julia Child. Julia Child. This is an heirloom rose purchase as well. All right. Looks like she will put on some growth for us this year. And right here beside Julia is Salis Marner from David Austin. Now, Salis Marner is going to be very close behind Astacia Vi in terms of flowering, because look at that bud. Almost ready. And I don't know if you remember last year, we had one that was slow to go, which is this one right here. Look at him. Now he is growing up this year. Yeah. Which is good. Hopefully we'll have an even display of roses in this bed. Even if it takes some time, that's fine. Right, you're familiar with my planting of the black diamond crepe myrtles, or black diamond crepe myrtles have woken up And in the center, we have replaced it with climbing roses. This climber right here is T's in Georgia. Purchased bare root this year. Just added to the garden. All right. And right here we have septed owls, right? Yeah, this is septed owls. Okay. I'll just give you a look down. This bed is home to Tranquility. And ooh, there are some exciting things going on behind Tranquility. Let me show you. We planted some clematis. Do you remember me planting clematis with you? How many weeks ago? I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. And I was so worried because I had not soaked the root ball. I had just planted them based on the instructions. This is one, right? This is two. I kid you not. And the third one is behind. The third one was behind Astacia. Let's check if she's growing. I think the third one has also started pushing out some leaves for us. Let's check here real quick. Ooh, yes she is. Look at this. This is the third one. This is the only one I know the name of. This is Batman. The other two, I can't remember the names. All right, they look beautiful things. All right. So they are growing. All right, heading back down here. I think we were at Tranquility and then I turned back to show you the clematis. This right here is Lady of Shallots. All right, looking good. Our next plant in this one right here. Look at this, people. This is James Galway. James Galway, we tried him last year. He did not grow. We took another chance on him this year, and look, planted bare root a few weeks ago, leafing out beautifully. Yes, yeah, good things. Cool beans, as they say. All right, this bed is home to Bosco Bell. Bosco Bell is a bit small. She too was all the way to the ground, just like or Double Delight. But this is the second season that she's done it to me, and she is growing back. So the fact that she's putting on that growth, I am happy with. Looking at these, I'm looking at this right here, how thin and how small the leaves are right here. Keeping an eye on her. Like I said, I know that her neighbors had sprayed, and so I don't know if it's the spray that's affected my roses or if I need to be concerned that there's something else happening in the garden. But all right, okay. This is a planting of young Lycidas. It's supposed to be young Lycidas here. Planted bare root last year. And we've got buds, so we will definitely see some flowers this year. So we will be able to confirm if it is indeed young Lycidas. Last year when this rose bloomed, it did not look like young Lycidas. I did speak with David Austin about it, and they suggested that, hey, that's the rose, just give it another season to bloom, to form. So I am anxiously waiting for this little one to bloom so that I can see if it is truly my young Lycidas. All right, I'm going to turn you around. Now you're going to see a little bit of mess, right? This is my work in progress section. Work in progress, people. I'll have a separate video that details everything that I have done so far or am attempting to do with this. But this is the area where, do you remember me saying that I wanted to plant a rose bed right here where we had removed the incredible hydrangeas from the containers? Well, this is that rose bed. All right, this is the start of that rose bed. All right, we have 4 varieties planted here. All right, the first one is James L. Austin. We have a Hyde Hall. There is an Eden behind this big stack of compost. There's an Eden there. Okay. Right here is the Sophie's Rose. And the last one that's going to be on this walk is going to be Bring Me Sunshine. This is Bring Me Sunshine. All of these are newly planted bare roots for this season. Right? Now this bed, as mentioned, is a work in progress. It has been a hard one for me because I'm having a very difficult time picturing it in the space, although I've put it there. And so now I have to figure out how to frame it and exactly how I want it to look. And I'm doing this whole thing in reverse, right? I did add two what it is, little lime hydrangeas, because I had two sitting on the front porch. I was like, okay, let's go ahead and plant these here. So we've planted them in the bed, so that will add some interest. But yeah, but we will talk about that bed in a separate video. All right, now good things are happening right here. This is our planting of the dapple willows. Let me take you up. These are our dapple willows, and our dapple willows are dappling. What? Yes, they are, and they are looking good. Absolutely beautiful. Underneath our dapples, we underplanted them with the little hardy hydrangeas. Ooh, and these little hardies are springing up so nice. Look at this. Nice. I'm going to have a lot of space in between this year. So I think in terms of in between the hydrangeas, I'm thinking it's a perfect year to experiment with annuals, right? What do you think? Maybe we should just fill all of this bed and that one, because they're two, right? We should fill all of this bed and that bed with annuals. I think that would be so cute. All right, let's see. But all right, let's keep walking. All right. All right, we are at this is the planting we did. I'm showing everything we did last year, right? This is actually a transplant of Margaret Merrill. Margaret Merrill, we purchased from Heirloom Roses. Margaret Merrill, for the last 2 seasons, have always died right back to the ground, but she has come back every time. She was planted on the outside where we have Twilight Zone and Gabriel Oak, right on the outside of the fence. She was not happy there, and so we transplanted her to the inside, and she seems to be doing okay. I have her protected from the bunnies because the bunnies loved Margaret. Can I tell you? Whew, they devastated her last year. So her protection has been in place since planting. And I'm hoping that she will spring up and bloom and just be beautiful in the space for us. Fingers crossed, right? Planted in front of her, I have a planting of 3 of the serendipity alliums. Again, to deter the bunnies, right? Not because I love the alliums, but because I got to get rid of those bunnies. All right. This is our Rose of Sharon. Rose of Sharon. It is a bicolored. I do not remember the exact variety. Behind her, Skyrocket Juniper. Here is the biggest of the lot. They're so beautiful. These were planted as babies. These were babies when I planted them, and they are giants now, standing over, let me see. Oh my gosh, over 10 feet tall, I think. All right. Our knockout roses, again, our knockout roses are having a rough start to the season this year. The champion knockouts. All right, so green thumb, love and energy out to them. Okay. This is the planting of a Rose of Sharon, little Kims. So these are little Kims, bouncing back, growing so fast. For a while I was worried about them, that they weren't growing, and then all of a sudden I went to sleep and woke up and they were fully leafed out. I was like, hey, how did that happen, right? I'm working on the front porch, so you see on the back porch, so you're seeing the wheelbarrow in the background. I do apologize for that. Or little giant arborvitaes, soft, fluffy, beautiful mounds in the garden. Just love them. Okay, and let me show you the last rose here. Let's just run on over to her really quick. I showed you her from behind the fence. Now we're on the inside. This is Elizabeth. Newly planted bare roots from last season as well. I see bug damage on her too. Do you see it? And that's all right. Oh, she's about to spring up. Look at that new shoot coming up here. It's good. It looks like the roses haven't hit their stride in terms of that growth stride as yet. But they are leafed out and budded up, so we will see some flowers. All right, this is good. This is good. All right, then behind her, right across here, is our next planting of little hardy hydrangeas. The hydrangeas are filling out so good. These guys, this is now their 2nd season waking up for me. So they've now been in the garden for 2 years, and they are so cute. I love these because of how sturdy their stems are. Hopefully they will continue to grow like they did last year. And I'll be able to show you some beautiful hydrangeas, but they are awesome. Doing really, really, really well. We have a planting of 4 here. Okay. And they are surrounding or Sally Holmes Rose. Yeah. These little hardy hydrangeas. Oh, look at this side. This side did not grow any at all. Huh, that's interesting. I'll go ahead and cut this off. But here's a tag. I always keep my tags around for a while so I don't forget. Okay, can you see it? Little hotties. All right. And that is it, beautiful people. That was a quick walk through the rose garden just to take a look at the roses to see what they're doing. All right, before the blooms start. Ooh, look. Looks like there's going to be some competition for first place because this is a bud, albeit not so cute. Looks like something's going on with it. This is a bud from Elizabeth. So it looks like first place right now is going to be between Elizabeth, Estacia Vi, or Salis Minor. Right? Let's see who flowers first. Can I tell you? All right. And here we are peeking again through the gate at the Rose Walk, looking at Crown Princess Margaret that I did not train, that I cannot train, that I need some help with getting this one trained. Alright, so go ahead and I will end the video here. Thank you as always so much for having joined me for yet another beautiful day in the garden. You are what? Absolutely, totally, and altogetherly awesome. Thanks again for watching, and I will see ya in the next video. Bye.